Would you like to check and see how your spark plugs are doing, or you simply want to get them changed? It's a very simple and easy install. Keep on watching. Hey guys, this is Kino with Gen2 Off-Road again. I have a very fairly simple and easy installation process going on today. I'm going to go ahead and change the spark plugs on my Gen2 2018 Raptor. I'm going back and staying with the OE plugs. They're the SB550. I will leave a link, a part number in the link in the description below. And it shouldn't take you that long, even if you've never done them before. I would estimate maybe 45 minutes. If you find this video or any of our videos useful, please subscribe to our channel. We do a lot of videos. We have a lot coming up. I'll make sure to keep all the instructions, size of the sockets, tools that you need. There's really not much. If you have any questions or need help with the install, you can always reach out. You can comment or you can send me an email. I will leave that in the link as well. We will get to the installation in just a second. So the first thing you need to do is remove your engine cover. I would tell you to also retain yours. However, in ours, at the ending, you'll see we're not keeping it. We're gonna do something else. 10mm socket, and preferably a deep socket. I put an extension on mine because the engine is like 3.5 feet deeper into the engine bay. It's real simple. Right now that the engine cover is off, I have a UPR catch can. So I took the little hoses out of the way because they kind of interfere and impede a little bit. Also, I like to use a swivel. It kind of helps a lot. You need an 8mm socket to remove the coil packs. And what I do is I like to take them out one at a time, change them out, put it back in, and move on to the next one. Just keeps things clean and simple, and there's less screws and less parts to kind of keep track of. You just wiggle it gently, don't be violent with it. I leave mine attached. I don't need to remove it or detach it all the way. And then just get it out of the way like that. Before I install, there's a little bit of dielectric lube here. I would put just a teeny bit before you put it back on, and I'll show you here in just a sec. To remove your spark plugs, the ones on the Ford require a 5/8 spark plug remover socket. I also, like I said, I like to use a swivel. You just put it in there, just gently, until you get on top of the spark plug. And you break it loose. Back it up. All right, guys, I took the very first spark plug out. It shows very little wear, just as I expected. And I'm gonna go ahead and get it replaced. What I do is before I install the new one, I use the Ford motor. You can get any anti-seise that you want to. I use a little bit of anti-seise. I put just a dab on the thread, and before I put it back in there, it kind of helps when you try to remove it. So when you put your anti-seise, don't get it near the tip at all. Just put it on the back of just a little bit. It really doesn't need a whole lot at all. All right, we're gonna put it back in here. Again, just guide it gently in. As soon as it goes in, I usually tighten by hand first. Until it's hand tight, and then I give it about a quarter of a turn. This is your little dielectric grease here. I picked it up at my local AutoZone store. It was $1.40. You don't really need more than one small package for doing 6 plugs. Just a very little amount goes a long, long way. And then go ahead and put this back on top, wiggle it, reposition it real nice and tight with your hand, It can only really go one way. Just need to make sure it's actually on there. And then line it up to put the screw back in. This also takes an 8mm. And then we're gonna do both of these sides. I'm not gonna record all of it and bore you with all the details, but I'll go on to the next side and do also one as well. This last one is a little back there, which is why I like to use my swivel for it. But it will come out. Still have plenty of room. All right, doing this very last spark plug right here, I left it to the end. This fitting right here kind of impedes with you getting to that last bolt. So to get to it, there is a tab right here. You just pull back on the tab, and then you'll be able to remove it and just set it just a teeny bit aside, move it out of the way so you can get to this little bolt here. So the last step of this install is of course putting the engine cover back on. But why do that? Because I decided to get a different engine cover. Looks kind of badass. And it will add a little nice touch to the engine cover. So I'm gonna actually put this one back. And the very last step is just to put your 10mm nuts back on and just tighten them snug. You don't need to over tighten these, they're just holding the cover. All right guys, all buttoned up. Job was relatively simple. I would call it an easy install. Took me about 25 minutes, maybe 30 at the max, with a little bit of videotaping. I've done it a couple of times, so I'm kind of used to it. I would say it shouldn't take you more than 40 minutes. You don't need to pay anyone to get this done. I'll post the part number for the OEM Spark Plug in the link below. A lot of folks like to go for the SP542s. Again, they're the 2.7 liter plugs. They're not going to really hurt your engine, but you really don't need them. I don't see much of a benefit on them. Please don't forget to subscribe. We have a lot of videos coming up. As always, we try to post about once a week or so. If you have any questions about this or any other install, or you need parts or you need help, I will leave my email in the comment below in the description of the video. And just leave me a comment or shoot me an email if you need help with the project or you want some recommendations. Don't forget to subscribe. We appreciate your support. And until next time, we'll see you later.